death to immortality. Aseto ma sadgamaya tameso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Aseto ma sadgamaya tameso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. One last time, all of us together. Aseto ma sadgamaya tameso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Hello everyone. This is a very moment of celebration of Auntie, and since the soul has left the body, it is no more caged in the body, and she is with us even now. So I would like to invite us to close our eyes and say a few words to her, and then we will do a short prayer and bless her soul to move forward in her onward journey with a lot of light, lot of love, and lot of power. So I invite you to please close your eyes, put your hands as a namaste, and look at Auntie's face, smiling. Look into her eyes. Remember the beautiful time you have spent with her, touched each one's life in a very special manner. Say a few words of love to her in your own way. Express your love. Express your gratitude to her for all the warmth, all the love we have received. Thank you, Auntie, for everything that you have done for us. Now, I would invite you to please put your hands in a blessing position like I will be chanting a prayer and we will do the last line of each paragraph together. This prayer is very ancient and very powerful. The great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, Let light stream forth into the minds of every person, every being. Let light descend on earth. Now visualize Auntie full of light. Let light descend on Kumudanti. From the point of love, within the heart of God, let love stream forth of every person, every being. Let love descend on earth. Let love descend on Kumudanti. Visualize her smiling and full of love, laughing, singing. May the great messenger of God return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of every person, every being. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on earth. Let goodwill and the will to do good descend on Kumudanti. From the center, which we call the human race, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and power descend on earth, manifest and restore the divine plan on earth. Let light, love, and power descend on Kumudanti. May it manifest her divine plan on earth. Om Shanti, 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 Om. Thank you, Kumudanti. May you be embraced by the divine wherever you are. May you be full of love, light, full of power. Thank you for spreading so much fragrance in our lives. So be it. Gently open your eyes with a beautiful smile. Thank you for joining in with the prayer for the soul.
My dear Marcy, my sister, one of the memories I have of her is watching cricket, and any test cricket match would be on. My goodness, she wouldn't do anything. She wouldn't move from there. Khana lao. She would sit in front of the TV. She would watch the TV and eat, watching the TV, drinking everything. Everything else was on hold. She loved clothes. She loved to dress up, and if there was a special occasion, she would take me to the market and we would go and from shop to shop, choosing her sari, then her matching jewelry, bindis, bangles, and then afterwards she would say, let's go and have something to eat, and we'd go and have lovely meals somewhere. Her love for us children, the children of the building where we lived in Surana Mansion, she would train us to sing songs. She'd make us ready for performance at Lotus Club. When she came to London, and she made mooli ka paratha, and to date my husband says that's the best ever mooli ka paratha she ate. I could go on. My name is Shobna, and my dearest Marcy, rest in peace, and I love you very much.
एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है, एक प्यार
शादी से पहले ही आंटी के संग में मेरा बहुत अच्छा रिलेशन, गाने बजाने का, घूमने का, बाहर जाने का, खाने पीने का, एंजॉय करने का और सब कुछ करने का था। शादी से पहले एक गाना मैंने गाया, एक गाना उन्होंने गाया। इसके बाद लोटस एमेचर क्लब से हम दोनों बराबर गाना वगैरह सब कुछ करते रहे। उनके घर में भी मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा, आंटी ने मुझे प्यार दिया है, बहुत खुशी दी है और हम लोग का दोस्ती को निभाया है, हम लोग की दोस्ती को पूरी तरह से निभाया है। मैं आंटी के लिए जितना भी कहूँ वो कम है। आई एम वेरी ग्रेटफुल टू हर।
तू धार है नदियाँ की, मैं तेरा किनारा हूँ, तू मेरा सहारा है, मैं तेरा सहारा हूँ।
मैं रतन और कुमुदिनी मेहरोत्रा मेरी मामी। When she got married and came over, I was a little boy. The memories of then, even today, gives me a lot of joy. She was young, beautiful, and always had a smile. She used to dress like sadhana, and she had the same hairstyle. Full of life, action, always up to date. She would tell us stories, take us for lunches, and we were always feeling great. She had a late child, and while he was growing up, she doted on all children. But I got her best and was always one up. She taught me how to eat chicken and how to eat egg. Much later in life, she was also there when I had my first peg. In between this period, the time I had with her were the best. Picnics, lunches, and all the rest. All her parties and all her songs, she was very particular that nothing went wrong. She lived her life like a queen. It was sad to learn when she lost some steam. This did not pull her down, and she lived without fear and said, I will always live the life I want to, my dear. As all good things, this too came to an end. I participated in her last rites, and therefore I don't resent. Prayed for her soul to rest in peace as the holy Ganges takes her to the high seas. I asked for last-minute forgiveness for if I have done anything wrong, and would always like to remember her only for her freshness, smiles, and song.
When I think of Kumud, there are so many things that come to mind, especially the way she was a loving wife and doting over her husband Lauji, always doing things for him and never stopping. And she always was generous to a fault. She would, reward people and family members with little gifts. And talking about meals, I have been living with the Mehrotras in India as well as here in Australia. And I have actually looked after them from time to time, and I make lunches for them, for example, and I remember quite clearly how she always loved my toasted sandwiches for lunch. Other than, Indian type of food, it was sort of a westernized kind of lunch, but she loved it, and it was great to see. the little rocket that she was, she always wanted to get out, and she would go for her walks in the morning and often go out around the house. And of course, she would love to go out to restaurants or just to the shops. And one of her favorite hangouts, although we didn't go all that often, but what she always loved, and every time you ask, she'd say, yes, let's go to the casino. And why I also call them just simply Mama and Papa. And that's what they were to me, a second Mama and Papa. Anyway, we'll remember Kumud, my Mama, my second Mama, very fondly, and I hope everybody else does too.
Kumudji, such a wonderful, loving, affectionate person. The one thing that I will remember her and be eternally grateful to her for is the amount of love she showered on my darling daughter. She gave me a son, a wonderful son, added to my family. I can never forget that. I know that she had love for everyone, but the amount of love that she gave to my daughter was more than any mother would give to her own daughter. The thing that I do remember a lot about her is her love for singing. She would call me and address me, Nalini ji, तुम तो मेरे से छोटी हो, मैं तुमको कुछ भी बोल दूँ, तुमको तो मानना ही पड़ेगा. Whenever she would call on our birthdays, she would start off by saying, मैं तो तुमको गाना गा के ही greeting दूँगी, गाना गा के ही wish करूँगी. And then she would sing this favorite song, तुम जियो हजारों साल, as if she really meant it. I'm sure she did. Most wonderful, loving person, and I can always say that she will be happy wherever she is. She has got so much of love. She has given so much of love to this world, to so many children, to so many people. May her soul always be happy.
तूफान को आना है, आकर चले जाना है, बादल है ये कुछ पल का, छाकर ढल जाना है.
What a loving memory she has left behind, my dear founder principal ma'am and my sister. A lady with the passion of teaching, a lady with the passion of singing, a lady who follows strict discipline, whether it was the teachers, the students, and at the same time a lady with a lovable heart. She won over the hearts of all the children when she used to teach here. I still remember when she arrived here, she never went to see anything inside the room. She just started playing with the children. And what a magical charm she had. The children all surrounded her, the tiny ones, all the 2 years old and 3 years old children. And they would call out her, Dadi Ma, and they would hug her. They came out from their playing area and they just hugged her and they loved her as if they knew her for a long, long time. And what to say of her charisma, which impressed and attracted everybody, whether it was a school function, whether it was a school sports ceremony, whether it was a normal teaching day. As she entered the school, everybody would get lost in her. So charming lady and so wonderful woman at heart she was. I, Parminder Dasani, the administrator of the school, I'm short of words of giving her tributes, the everlasting tributes to this great woman. And of course, my dearest darling Didi.
रह जाती निशानी है, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है। एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की रवानी है। जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी
To all my children, those who have been part of this institution over the last 50 years, those who are part of this temple of learning today, and those wonderful young minds who will light up this institution in the years to come. My sister and I started this school in a small room with a handful of beautiful children. We could never have imagined that 50 years on we would look to the future with such hope and look to the years that have passed with such satisfaction. From the deepest corner of my heart, I bless all who are involved with the school today and those that have brought it to this point. I know that my sister in heaven blesses them too. Let us all commit ourselves to another 50 years of love, dedication, and the never-ending pursuit of excellence in education. God bless you all.
Your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread and forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation but deliver us from evil. Amen.
This next half of Mama's memories is directly from a few of her children. One of her many grandchildren, for unavoidable reasons, was not able to send in a video. So here he is live from the US. Here you are, Tejan. Speak for your Kumud Daddy.
Namaskar. Thank you so much, Pritanya Mami, for the kind words. I don't think that words can describe Kumud Dadi's unconditional love for all of us and also our love for her. From my early childhood, I've had such fond memories of her as a warm hearted person. She not only knew how to celebrate life, but also brought us all together to do the same through her love for singing, her love for dancing, and also her love for indulging in great food. While it deeply saddens me that Kumud Dadi is no longer with us, I think she still continues to vicariously live through us and through our love for us. She will be dearly missed by all of us, and may her soul rest in peace.
Kumudadi to me was my vivacious and elegant grandmother who showered unending love on me. No matter the occasion, no matter how many people around, she always looked out for me and ensured that I always got what I wanted and that I was comfortable. I can very confidently say that I was easily, the grandkid that she loved the most in the family. And I think I was very fortunate to be on the receiving end of such unconditional love and affection without any expectation in return. I clearly remember that when I was a kid, there was a time when I wanted to watch a test match in Calcutta and there was no one to go with me. In that scenario, she accompanied me to watch not just one but 2 entire days of test cricket at Eden Gardens. Sitting under the sun the entire day, queuing up both while getting in, getting out. None of that was comfortable, but she never once complained about it. Needless to say, she ensured that she was carrying anything that I may have wanted to eat or drink. And this one incident really summarizes the kind of special bond that I shared with her, and I'm very fortunate to have experienced that. She was such a core part of my childhood and my family back in Calcutta that going back now is never going to be the same. May she be at peace wherever she is, and I know that she will always be watching in me with the same glitter in her eyes and smile on her face.
Kumudadi was my doting and indulgent grandmother who ensured that I always had the best of everything when she was around. Growing up with her, life was full of impeccably planned parties, picnics, and movies. She loved entertaining people and was easily the life of any party or event. Kumudadi inspired me to learn vocal classical music, and I have very fond memories of performing with her on several occasions. The practice sessions were full of fun, laughter, and good food, and her exuberance was contagious. We would often go to Calcutta Swimming Club with her, and she would lovingly joke that we kids should not call her Dadi as she was too young to be a grandmother. Of course, we would do just the opposite and she would start laughing. My heart warms up every time I think of all that she has done for me, and I feel blessed to have grown up with her, showering immense love upon me.
Dadi, well, she's technically my nanny, but I call her Dadi because Viti Didi and Varun Bhaiya call her Dadi. I remember spending every night at her house during my summer break, sleeping in her room at night, spending the night there, having yummy dinner with her, chatting, and whenever I would go meet her, her first question would be, तुमने कोई नया गाना सीखा? चलो गाना गा के सुनाओ. अच्छा चलो अब डांस करके दिखाओ. And once you're done with one song, अच्छा चलो अब दूसरा गाना सुनाओ. एक से मज़ा नहीं आया. And then whenever you were around her, she would always make sure you're eating something, और कुछ नहीं तो चलो टोस्ट खा लो. Yeah, so just spending those 2 months in Calcutta, spending loads of time with her, she would always make sure that I get whatever I like to eat, and whatever, like going out shopping with her, going out on lunch and dinner, and going out to the club to swim, to CSE to swim. All those are such great memories of her. She was such an important part of my childhood, and we've had such great, like I've spent so much time with her. Like she would often visit us in Delhi, and she would stay with us sometimes, and like she would always say things that would make people laugh, and we always had so much fun around her. I mean, thinking about her just brings a smile to my face. Even when I met her about 2 years ago in Australia, she again asked me, तुम अभी भी गाती हो? कौन सा गाना सीखा? चलो गा के सुनाओ. And as embarrassed as I was, I still sang for her. So yeah, that's how she was, and that's how I will always remember her and love her, and yeah, thinking about her will always bring a smile on my face.
बावरा मन रहता के तरसे रे, नैना भी मल्हार बन के बरसे रे. बावरा मन रहता के तरसे रे, नैना भी मल्हार बन के बरसे रे. आधे से अधूरे से बिन तेरे हमें फीका लगे है मुझको सारा जहां. बावरा मन रहता के तरसे रे, नैना भी मल्हार बन के बरसे रे.
Mamiji, this is how I addressed her. She was like a mother to me, and I spent all my childhood years with her. She would pamper me, shower me with love and affection, and I still remember holding her hand and going for shopping to Newmarket, and then being treated like a little princess, and whatever I wanted, whatever I laid my hands on, she would get it for me. And then we would eat something nice, something interesting, and then get back home. And all this showering of love and affection also passed on to my children, Tanya and Tejan. And she would give them so much of unconditional love, and that is what and who she was. With her, it was all about music, it was about dance, it was about celebration. And this zest for life that she had, and this exuberance, is completely inimitable. Mamiji is going to live in our hearts forever, and we will always remember her with so much of love. I wish her soul a beautiful, happy and peaceful journey ahead. And she will always stay on with us and live in our hearts forever.
I met Mamiji for the first time on my first visit to Calcutta after Babita and I got engaged in 1987. The amount of love and affection I received from her thereafter is still so fresh, and it feels as if all that happened yesterday. The extra special care she took for Babita, Tanya and Tejan cannot be expressed in words. Our Lord says, love is the source, love is the path, and love is the goal. This truly describes the life of Kumud Mamiji. We are all going to miss her true love in action. My loving, humble regards to the great departed soul. She will always be missed, but will be there in our heart. I sincerely pray for her, the departed soul, to find peace at the divine lotus feet. May God give inner strength to Mamaji, Vishal and Krityona.
ये कैसी खुशी है जो मोम सी है, आँखों के रास्ते हंस के पिघलने लगी। मन्नत के धागे ऐसे हैं बांधे, टूटे न रिश्ता जुड़ के तुझसे कभी, टूटे न रिश्ता जुड़ के तुझसे कभी।
25 years back, when I entered this beautiful family, I clearly remember Lalji uncle and Kumud auntie inviting us all over for dinner. Every seat in their drawing room was full, and Kumud auntie says, "Aditi, let's have a song from you." This is one of the major things which Kumud auntie was synonymous with, is song, love, fun, enjoyment, family, togetherness. I remember she made us practice so many times for Vishal and Krityona's, Sangeet program in Bhuvaneshwar. So song used to come out of her and love used to flow from her. So many memories we have with her. Precious memories. Diwali, anniversaries, birthdays, Havan. I will really miss you in all the Karwa Chauth pujas, Kumud auntie. And I pray and hope that God always keeps you in His embrace, and we will meet again very soon, somewhere, sometime. I really love you, and may God grant you all the peace, all the love that you always deserve.
As we bid farewell to our beloved Kumud auntie, all of my memories with her just come flooding back. Our time spent together as we grew up, all my birthday parties, all our family functions, pujas, her lovely singing of bhajans and clapping together, her sweet kiss, which was one of the most favorite things. She used to come and say, "Main to aapki dadi maa hu," and she would give me this lovely kiss on my cheek. But something that I remember most fondly was my time spent with her in Australia. We used to have lunch together every single day, and then I used to put on a Hindi movie and Lalji uncle and Kumud auntie used to sit and watch and relax while I used to study. And then we used to reconvene after their nap and have a lovely evening of drinks and good food and laughter. And it's amazing what a personality she was, and she will forever be in all of our hearts.
Kumud auntie, wherever you are, you're smiling down at us and laughing at us, I'm sure, and blessing us with great love. If I had another set of parents in my life, it was you and Lalji uncle, Kumud auntie and Lalji uncle, because she was such a vital part of our childhood, of our growing up. Most weekends we were all together as one big happy family, inseparably, either in Circus Range or in Elliot Road, and there was no third place that we could ever be together. Her love for food, her love for clothes, her love for jewelry, her love for life in general was a major influence in my life. And I think we grew up in a very happy and secure environment where there was always love, laughter, food, drinks, an abundance of everything, an abundance of love. I really thank God that you were part of our life, that Kumud auntie was part of our life, of our childhood. And today what we are, what Vishal, Nitin, me, Vikash, Babita, all of us are, in a way is an influence of our childhood, of what she shaped us all to be, because she was such an integral part of our childhood. Kumud auntie, I thank you for a wonderful childhood that you gave us, for the happiness that you brought into our lives, and for you and Lalji uncle, we will forever be indebted for the love. Hope you are safe. I'm sure you're very safe wherever you are, and we take great comfort in the fact knowing that you're very secure
and free from all pain now.
Mami ji, wherever you are, I would like to thank you with all my heart. Today we are celebrating our 25th wedding anniversary, and it's thanks to you. With Vishal and Bikash both not being on my side, it was you who had come to my house and kept your hand on my head, and you said, "Beta, don't worry, I'll be your friend and I'll take over." And the way you took it, Mami ji, I still can't forget. The energy, the action, like nobody can even come close to that, Mami ji. You've always been a teacher to us, Mami ji. Vishal and me used to plan a lot of things, a lot of naughty things, and we never got away. You always had a way to catch us. Those are memories which will always remain in my heart, and I'll always cherish them. Mami ji, we love you.
I have some lovely memories of Mami ji right from my wedding day. Always so full of life, and especially when it came to singing and music. She had another, she was so full of life, and any party, she would be the heart of the party, and she would make sure that she enjoys and everybody else enjoys. Whether they are elderly or young, she would just mix so beautifully with all of them.
Very true.
May Mami ji, wherever you be really happy and have a beautiful next life. We will miss you always.
एक प्यार का नगमा है, मौजों की है रवानी, जिंदगी और कुछ भी नहीं, तेरी मेरी कहानी है. This is the message that Vishal and Krityona have put out for our dear beloved Kumud auntie, gathering all of us together today to be able to pay our homage to her and to be with her during her passing on to a beautiful afterworld. In my life, I've witnessed many close, very, very close family members. My father, my mother, my father-in-law, who was also a father to me, and now Kumud auntie. She is also like a mother to me. It's difficult to express what one goes through when one loses a parent. And for me, for Aditi, for Nandini, Kumud auntie was like a mother for us. During all these years that we lived away from our parents who are in another world, we found that love from Lalji uncle and Kumud auntie. And it's very, very difficult for us to express what we are going through at this moment when we don't have Kumud auntie amongst us. From our childhood days, Vishal and me were very, very close. And all our memories are how we used to do stuff and hide them from Kumud auntie. Because she had this very, very, very strong nose to smell out exactly what we are up to. I remember this one time that we were at Ooty. It was one of our first luxurious holidays at Taj Savoy. Vishal and me had got another room, a separate room for ourselves. And we lived up the night, that night. And sure enough, at 6 AM, the bell rang and Kumud auntie walked in. And the first thing she did was open the cupboard and take out all the bottles, the empty bottles. And the two of us looked at each other and said, how the hell did she come to know about this? That was Kumud auntie for all of us. She knew exactly what we were up to. And a lot of our upbringing, the way we are today, is because of certain manners that we've learned, certain lifestyles that we've learned, certain principles that we've learned from Kumud auntie, from Lalji uncle, and from our parents. The friendship that they shared is what inspires Vishal and me to keep up this friendship no matter what the odds. no matter however many moods we don't meet, no matter however many seas we have between us. The friendship is as strong, as committed. It's a bond, it's beyond this life, it's for many lives to come. So when I say farewell to Kumud from this physical existence, I know that it's not the last time that I'm going to see her. She is at a place with all our other great close family members, waiting for the rest of us to ascend to that level of greatness, to the life beyond, to the life that we all cherish, to the life that we all aspire to go to, the afterworld, the true life, the life in the lap of our great ones, our gods. Farewell, Kumud Aunty, until we meet again. Love you.
I have some wonderful memories of Kumud Mami. She was always so passionate, she was so caring, and she had so much love for her family, for all of us, and most importantly, when Mamiji was around, there was always fun, and there was always something new we were doing or going to a new restaurant. And I used to always get tempted with chicken curry, and Mamiji used to take us to all the fabulous places that would open up and take us swimming, buy toys for us, and do so many cool things that I will forever remember her. She was an extremely passionate person. Her passion, her love had no borders, no boundaries. It was, if she loved something, she loved it. If she hated something, she hated it, and no one could stop her. And I think she was a person who was never scared to speak her mind. She would always say what other people were scared to say, and that was Kumud Mami. And I will cherish and remember everything that I've shared with her forever.
नैना ये मल्हार बनके बरसे रे.
My daddy-ma always endeavoured to let me know just how much she loved me. It was something completely separate and different to any other family member that I know. She would always ask about my interests and my life, even though there was such a big gap between us. And it was so refreshing and nice every single time I got to see her, to experience those lovely remarks and that awesome attitude that you just don't get on a normal day. She's been with me since I was very little, and she has always loved me just as much, and that's a quality that you only get once in a lifetime. And I will always be grateful, and I will always cherish the time I was able to spend with her, as I hope she cherished with me, and I will miss her very much. Yeah, these things happen, and it's up to us and it's up to our families to support each other just like she supported all of us.
Talk about timing. It's from our time, it's 11:58, so that's 2 minutes shy. So that gives Krithiona and I 2 minutes to thank you all for making the effort to come and attend this celebration of Mama's life. They say frequently that you live as long as the last person that remembers you. If that's true, then my mother, your Kumud Dadi, your Kumud Mamiji, your Kumud Auntie, and Kumud for the rest of you will live for a very, very, very long time. Krityona and I have really struggled through this time. We know that wherever Mama is, she is celebrating this entire process would not have been without this production value. Spent every waking hour for the last several days preparing this package of love. For anyone that's interested, the YouTube links will be available, and we'd be happy to share them with you to share on with loved ones.
We don't have more to say because every one of you summed her up just perfectly. Love, life, laughter, energy, passion. She had it all. She lived through everyone else's happiness. For her, her children were her world. Little children, older children, no matter how old you grew, she was still going to treat you like a little child. Whether you met her 10 years ago or 10 days ago or 10 minutes ago, in the moment you were with her, she showered you with love and blessings and affection and doted over you and looked after you and spoiled you. Her school was very close to her heart, like all the other children. And we pray to all of you, look around you. There's somewhere a child that needs that little extra love, a little extra care. If you can reach out and do something beautiful for a child, that will be a blessing for Mama. Thank you all.
Thank you all for coming, and stay happy, stay peaceful, give everyone that you love lots of love. Because now, as we close things off, very quickly, earlier this evening, my wife said to me that we could not do this. हम ये नहीं कर सकते अगर हम एक गाना नहीं गाएंगे. मैंने कहा, I said to her, "Are you mad? I'm not getting on Zoom and bloody singing a song." But just one line as we send you off, and we'll close off the meeting in a minute. First of all, apologies to anyone that we couldn't incorporate in the photographs or in the video messages. We only did what we could do. But here is a message for Papa from the both of us that Mama used to constantly sing to him. So here it is. 100 साल पहले मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, मुझे तुमसे प्यार था, आज भी है और कल भी रहेगा. Thank you all.